Do you find yourself getting excited about creating new habits, new goals, or new resolutions? 3 weeks later, you find yourself lacking that motivation, that get-go excitement, and that attitude, just feeling down and feeling stuck, and waiting for that new Monday to arrive so that you can then start your new habit, your new resolution again, but only to find yourself back there feeling the same way. And you know that deep down, you tell yourself that story, that same story, that this time it's going to be different. A story perhaps with not so much conviction and energy, but rather one that's rooted in conditioning, with those self-limiting beliefs that you keep telling yourself, the same thought patterns, the same old self-image that you held onto and that you're attached to. And then you give up. Why? Because habits are surface level, and this stems from who you identify yourself as, your identity and who you are. And the key thing to remember here is to start digging deep, make that emotional connection, and become aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and your actions. The thing is, what we're doing is focusing on the external a lot, hoping that these things will actually make us feel whole, give us that sense of identity, self-worth, a purpose, and the idea that we've actually accomplished something so we can feel happy, feel excited. And that's why we tend to focus on these habits and these external things. But all we're really doing is distracting ourselves from the things that we actually need to process. Instead, we need to turn inwards and transform from within, from inside of ourselves, instead of always looking for that external physical validation, that evidence to make us feel whole and feel better. Now, the key thing that I want to remind you of is to focus on positivity in order to achieve success. And this is in every aspect of your life, because whatever thoughts you put out there into the universe, that is what's reflected back at you. This is what creates your reality, your environment. So make sure that they are positive ones, because this is when transformation happens. This is when change happens. This is you getting yourself back into alignment. It's not about focusing or putting that positive energy into your habits or your goals or your resolutions, but rather finding that satisfaction, that appreciation, that gratitude in everyday life. And this is you then getting yourself back into alignment, gradually getting yourself into a high vibe state, that high vibrational feeling, instead of it coming from a place of lack or you feel obliged to because it's a new year and it's like the done thing. But this is you doing it from your heart center with pure intention. So this is how you create that positivity, not only on the things that you want to create and manifest and those goals and the habits that you want to bring into your life, but also in every aspect of your life, because it is possible, my friend. Now, you may not realize this or you may not want to believe it, but you hold the power, as you are responsible for creating your own reality. And once you understand this, once you believe it with feeling, and once you know that you are actually a vibrational being in a vibrational universe, that you are constantly emitting a signal into the universe, one of the same thoughts, feelings, and intentions that's coming back to you, whatever matches that vibrational frequency, this is how you are creating your own reality. And now the time has come, and what better time, right? From your heart center to shift, to create that new self-image, that new identity that you know that you're capable of being because it's within you. So expand your awareness and go within. Create those new habits, those new goals by focusing on the satisfaction, the appreciation of being here and now. Become aware of your own guidance system and use that in order to shift within. We're always on our phone, constantly comparing ourselves to others to get that dopamine, looking for that external thing to make us feel better, to make us feel whole. But you know what we forget? We forget to look within ourselves, to make that emotional connection and to really turn to our true power. So start focusing on here. Start focusing on yourself. Bring the energy here to your heart center. Start looking at life, your life, the relationships around you from a different perspective. Create that shift here first. And you can do this by going and connecting with nature. Go and feel and connect with nature, whether it's that's tapping a tree, whether that's sitting there on the grass, feeling the grass, whatever that may be. And if it's cold and it's really, really cold and it's pouring down with rain where you are, then just open up your window and feel that fresh air, that breeze on your skin. And that fresh air, sometimes it just feels amazing and it is a game changer. When I go and connect with nature, it just makes me feel alive. Even if it's just opening up my back door, stepping outside for a minute just to feel that fresh air, and just breathing in that fresh air just makes me feel alive. It just does something to my energy and it just uplifts me. So go and connect with nature in whichever way that you feel comfortable doing. And number 2, letting go of control, because this is one of the biggest hindrances of life. And often it stems from childhood, where we felt the need to control our environment so that we can feel safe and secure within ourselves. but letting go in the sense of lightening up, learning to go with the flow a little bit and not holding on to the past, those stories, those conditioning, those self-limiting beliefs, and in particular certain aspects of our culture that tends to hold us back because we're too afraid to step into the unknown. But rather, all we need to do is trust and believe that everything is okay. Everything is going to be okay. And even as I say those words, that everything is going to be okay, that brings up a lot of emotional for me, because that played a big part of my life. Because growing up, I did feel insecure and I did attach myself to certain things, and the need to control my environment so that I could feel safe and secure. But knowing that everything is okay, it's kind of like a big scary thing, because you're like, well, you attach yourself to all these things because you know that when you attach yourself to something, you know that you can rely on it. You know that it's always there as a backup, and this is what's going to make you feel safe and secure. But once you start to unfold certain aspects of those things, start to heal aspects of yourself, let go of things that no longer resonate with you, and as you move along your spiritual journey, your path, your healing path, you start to let go and shed things that were holding you back before. But it's also knowing and trusting that everything is going to be okay. And it's putting that trust within yourself rather than those external things that made you feel whole, but rather the trust in yourself and your own power. This is you reclaiming back your power and knowing that everything is going to be okay. And if those elements and if those things do come back up, then you can gradually become aware, because through the power of awareness, you are aware of these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and you know where they've come from. Then you can start to gradually bring yourself back up. You can start to gradually bring yourself back into alignment, vibrationally lift yourself back up and get yourself back to that neutral place. The key thing I want to remind you of is to not give up hope because of everything that's happened in the past. For me anyway, every one of them has made me who I am today. So accept yourself. Accept the path that you've chosen to come here and live and experience as a human in a world of diversity, balance and variety. And remember, everything happens for us and not to us. So be patient and stay focused as good things will come in your life, and let go of stress and worry. Have patience and know that everything will happen in its own time, in its own divine time. And number 3, be patient. Stay focused as good things will come your way soon. You just need to let go of the stress, the worry, the anxiety, or whatever it is that's holding you back. Let go of all of that because they're no longer serving your higher purpose, no longer serving your higher good, but rather stay focused and in tune with yourself and look within yourself for those answers. Meditate and journal, but be patient with yourself. And number 4, motivate yourself with all the wonderful things that await for you in the future. Become that version of yourself. Feel and connect that you already are that version of you, because that version of you already exists out there in the 4th dimension. You're just connecting with it. You're just shifting and bringing that closer into your current timeline. Become and identify yourself. Become and be that version of yourself. Really feel those emotions inside of you. Be positive, be in an appreciative state more consistently. See the world, your life, all the things around you from a different perspective. See the world through the eyes of the source. And you'll start to notice your vibrational frequency rising, that you're thinking more before reacting, that you're able to have better control over your emotions, your thoughts and your actions. And then you'll be able to notice that you are satisfied with the things around you, that you appreciate things more often, that you show gratitude rather than looking at things from a place of lack. You'll notice that you're now attracting people of the same energy, that your body is thriving, that you're more loving in your approach. You'll notice that deeper connection with the source, with your higher self, that you can create the life that you actually want and have that inner peace and balance within yourself. It's a year to open ourselves to new experiences, and in particular a new way of thinking, to going within ourselves, making that emotional connection, digging deep and realizing that you're already whole, that you have the true power within inside of you. It's time to explore your inner world and connect with your true spiritual essence and start attracting what you want and manifesting the lifestyle that you actually want, those goals or those habits that you've set yourself as you move forward into this year. It's a time, the perfect time to think about yourself. Go and give yourself the permission to do this. Follow your intuition, practice stillness, meditate. In that stillness, in the quietness, that's where you'll find the answers, the guidance from your source and angels. Really and truly make this your year. Shift your mindset, your sense of self-image, meditate. Become aware and have that introspection. Really explore your inner self and be willing to look at things from a different perspective. Let go of the old and really move forward on this path with positivity in all aspects of your life. More importantly, have faith in yourself. Trust and believe in your own power, knowing that everything will happen when the divine timing is right. If you found value in today's video, like and share so that it can reach other people as well. Have a great day. Much love. Namaste.